In the endless darkness of space, there are places where stars are born. Vast clouds of gas and dust drift silently through the universe, glowing softly beneath distant starlight. These cosmic structures are known as nebulae. They are among the most beautiful objects ever discovered, but hidden within their colors and light lies the beginning of something extraordinary. Tonight, we journey deep into the heart of these celestial clouds to witness the birth of stars. A nebula is an enormous cloud of gas and dust floating through space. Some nebulae stretch across hundreds of light years, containing enough material to create thousands of stars. Most are made primarily of hydrogen, the simplest and most abundant element in the universe. For millions of years, these clouds drift quietly through the galaxy. Invisible currents move through them. Gravity slowly shapes them. And eventually, something begins to change. Deep inside a nebula, gravity starts pulling gas and dust together. At first, the movement is slow, almost impossible to notice, but over thousands, and then millions of years, the cloud becomes denser and denser. Regions within the nebula begin collapsing inward. Temperatures rise, pressure increases, and hidden within the darkness, a new star begins to form. As gravity compresses the gas, the center of the collapsing cloud becomes hotter and brighter. This young object is called a protostar. It is not yet a true star. Nuclear fusion has not begun. But deep inside, enormous forces are building. The protostar continues gathering material from the surrounding nebula, spinning slowly in the darkness of space. Around it, rings of gas and dust form a glowing disk. And within these disks, future planets may someday emerge. Then finally, after millions of years of collapse and pressure, the core reaches an incredible temperature, more than 10 million degrees Celsius. At that moment, hydrogen atoms begin fusing together. Nuclear fusion ignites, and a star is born. Light floods the surrounding nebula. Powerful radiation pushes outward into space. What was once cold and dark now shines across the galaxy. Some nebulae become vast stellar nurseries, where hundreds or even thousands of stars form together. One of the most famous examples is the Eagle Nebula. Inside it stand enormous structures known as the Pillars of Creation, towering columns of gas and dust, where new stars are continuously being born. These regions are both violent and beautiful. Radiation from young stars tears through the surrounding clouds, sculpting the nebula into incredible shapes. Strangely, the birth of stars is often connected to death. When massive stars die, they explode in enormous supernovae. These explosions send shock waves through space, compressing nearby nebulae, and those shock waves can trigger the formation of entirely new stars. In this way, the universe constantly renews itself, Stars are born, stars die, and from their remains, new stars emerge again. Every atom in your body was forged inside ancient stars. The oxygen you breathe, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, all came from stars that lived and died long before Earth existed. In a very real sense, we are part of the universe becoming aware of itself. And somewhere tonight, deep within a distant nebula, new stars are still being born, quietly illuminating the darkness, one light at a time. Thank you for traveling through the cosmos tonight. Close your eyes, relax, and drift among the stars. Nebulae are not silent clouds of gray. Across the universe, they glow with extraordinary colors. Deep reds, brilliant blues, glowing violets, and soft golden light. These colors are created by different elements interacting with radiation from nearby stars. Hydrogen often shines with a deep crimson glow. Oxygen can produce shades of blue and green. In the darkness of space, entire clouds become cosmic paintings stretching across light years. Yet the beauty we see is only part of the story. Many nebulae are so enormous that even traveling at the speed of light, it would take years to cross them. Not all nebulae shine brightly. Some hide in darkness. These are known as dark nebulae. Dense clouds so thick, they block the light behind them. They appear like shadows drifting across the stars. One of the most famous is the Horsehead Nebula, a mysterious cloud shaped by radiation and gravity over millions of years. Inside these dark regions, new stars are often beginning to form unseen. Entire solar systems may be hidden within the shadows, waiting for their light to emerge. Most stars are not born alone. They emerge together in enormous groups called star clusters. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of stars ignite within the same nebula. For millions of years, these young stars remain connected by gravity. Their combined light illuminates the surrounding clouds, creating some of the most breathtaking sights in the universe. In these stellar nurseries, planets may already be forming around newborn suns. Perhaps somewhere among them, life has already begun. Around many young stars, enormous disks of dust and gas continue spinning for millions of years. Tiny particles collide softly within these disks. Dust becomes rock. Rock becomes worlds. Slowly, planets begin to emerge. Some become frozen giants. Others become burning deserts. And a few may develop oceans, atmospheres, and eventually life. Every planet in the universe begins as dust drifting through a nebula. More than 4.6 billion years ago, our own sun was born inside a nebula. Long before Earth existed, before oceans, mountains, or life. There was only a cold cloud drifting through space. Gravity slowly pulled material together. The center ignited, and the sun began to shine. Around it, planets formed from the remaining dust and debris. One of those worlds became Earth. every human being who has ever lived traces their origins back to an ancient stellar nursery. Across the cosmos, astronomers have discovered countless extraordinary nebulae. The Orion Nebula, visible even from Earth's night sky, is one of the closest stellar nurseries to our planet. The Carina Nebula contains stars millions of times brighter than the Sun. The Crab Nebula was created by a massive stellar explosion witnessed nearly 1,000 years ago. Every nebula tells a story. Some speak of creation, others reveal destruction. But together, they show the endless cycle of the universe. One day, even the stars being born now will die. Their fuel will eventually run out. Some will collapse into white dwarfs, others into neutron stars, or black holes. Yet their deaths will enrich the universe with heavier elements. New nebulae will form from their remains. And within those clouds, new generations of stars will begin again. The cosmos is constantly changing, a never-ending cycle of birth, transformation, and renewal. Somewhere in the universe tonight, a star is taking its first breath of light. Deep within a silent nebula, gravity continues its ancient work, slowly shaping the future of galaxies yet to come. And perhaps, somewhere far beyond our imagination, another civilization is looking up at their night sky, wondering about the stars, just as we do. The universe is vast, mysterious, endless. Yet somehow, we are part of it all. Thank you for exploring the cosmos tonight. Rest peacefully and drift among the nebulae.